Uh, Good afternoon, guys. As I said, I was supposed to drop the content 2 days ago. I'm sorry for the delay, unforeseen circumstances. So we can start. As you can see on the screen, I'm going to cover types of movements. The topics that I'm going to cover today is forex movements, handling losses, how to become patient. So now we are starting with the types of movements. What role do types of movements play in forex trading? What role do types of movements play in forex trading? A. They help you to predict or anticipate the next move on the charts. They help you to predict or anticipate the next move on the charts. B. You adapt to any trading conditions. You adapt to any market trading conditions. Number C, you learn to wait for the right trading movement or setups because you know what you are looking for. What role do types of movements play in forex trading? Like I said, A, they help you to predict or anticipate the next move on the charts. B, you adapt to any market trading conditions. What do I mean when I say you adapt to any market trading conditions? It's because you do not rely on one type of movement. You know various type of movements in the charts. So when a certain movement occurs on the charts, you know how to react. You know how to adapt because you are not a narrow thinker when it comes to the charts. And C, you learn to wait for the right trading movements or setups because you know what you are looking for. So if you don't understand types of movements, you won't know when to go in, and you won't know when to go out. You won't understand when a type of movement comes, when it occurs on the chart, how to react, because you are not familiar with types of movements in forex trading. I hope I am making sense. And then we have types of movements. Again, we are still covering types of movements. Now, type of movements, they revolve around support and resistance. Types of movements revolve around support and resistance. What is support? Support is where the market bounces or rejects at the bottom. Support is where the market bounces or rejects at the bottom. What do you do on support? You only look for buys. What do you do on support? You only look for buys. What is resistance? Resistance is where the market bounces or rejects at the top. What do you do on resistance? You look for sales. What do you do on resistance? You look for sales. Types of movements I was talking about. There's two types of movements. There's horizontal movements and diagonal movements. Now, types of movements that I'm going to discuss with you now are horizontal movements. What do we mean by horizontal movements? We mean flat movements. Horizontal resistance. Horizontal resistance is where the market rejects at the top. As you can see, I marked it. So this line will serve as a resistance. It will serve as a boundary. Remember, whatever that rejects at the top, we sell it. So horizontal resistance, this is a flat movement. And then we have horizontal support, where the market is rejecting at the bottom. Whatever that rejects at the bottom serves as a support. Whatever that rejects at the bottom, we buy it. Whatever that rejects at the top, we sell it. And then we come to diagonal movements. There is diagonal resistance. Diagonal resistance serves as a downtrend move. As you can see, we are going downwards, but we are still rejecting at the top, meaning that we are going downwards, but we are still rejecting at the top. So we call it diagonal resistance. This is a downtrend move. And then we have diagonal support, which serves as an uptrend. We are rejecting at the bottom, but we are still going up. We are rejecting at the bottom and we are still going up. So whatever that rejects at the bottom, like I said on the previous movements, which were flat movements, we buy it. Whatever that rejects at the top, we sell it. So guys, resistance is resistance, support is support. Whatever that rejects at the bottom, we buy it. Whatever rejects at the top, we sell it. So there's types of movements that can occur on the charts, so you need to adapt to that. So these are the examples that I did for you. Obviously we will go to the actual charts and I will show you further more examples, but we are not done yet. And then we have another diagonal support. As you can see, we are going down, but we are still rejecting at the bottom. We have been going down, but still rejecting at the bottom. So these are the movements that occur most of the time, but you won't really see them. You really have to pay attention and understand. At the time I started forex trading, I was just a stereotype forex trader. I only understood flat movements, but as you can see with the examples that I showed you right now, there's diagonal support and resistances that go up and down. As you can see, we also have diagonal resistance again. The market has been rejecting at the top. Diagonal resistance, the market is rejecting at the top. As you can see guys, you will have to take a book and draw and go back to the recordings and check what I have been talking about. Now I'm going to jump onto the actual charts. I hope this thing will be an eye-opener. Remember, this is August, month of revision. For the past 3 months I shared with you so many topics and I unpacked them. So this is month of revision, and then after August guys, after month of revision, I will be done because there's nothing that I can share with you beyond. All you have to do is put in the hard work and continue to practice. Thank you very much guys. Let's go to the actual chart.